For centuries, sailors told stories of dolphins, guiding lost ships home through fog and storm. They've been carved into ancient Greek pottery, painted on Minoan palace walls, worshipped as messengers of the sea gods. Roman legend claimed a dolphin once carried a boy safely to shore every single day, out of pure affection, until the boy died and the dolphin grieved itself to death beside him. To most of us, the dolphin is the ocean's gentlest soul, playful, smiling, endlessly kind. But how much of that reputation is truth, and how much is a story we've simply chosen to believe, generation after generation, because it's the version we want to be real? Let's start with the myth almost everyone accepts without question, that dolphins always save drowning humans. It's the story behind countless viral videos and centuries of sailor legend. But marine biologists will tell you something more complicated. Dolphins are naturally curious and intensely social, and they do sometimes push floating objects, including people, toward the surface or shore. It's an instinct rooted in how mothers treat their own calves, nudging them upward to take that first breath of air. The problem is, that same instinct doesn't discriminate between a calf and a stranger. There are documented cases of dolphins pushing swimmers further out to sea, not toward safety. The truth isn't that dolphins are lifeguards with a moral code, it's that we only ever hear about the times it happened to work out in our favor. Next, the idea that dolphins are simply a type of fish. It sounds obvious once you say it out loud, but the confusion runs deeper than you'd expect. Dolphins are mammals, just like us. They breathe air through a blowhole, give birth to live young, and nurse their calves with milk rich enough to help them grow at astonishing speed. Their tails move up and down, not side to side like a fish's, because they descend from land-dwelling, four-legged ancestors that returned to the ocean roughly 50 million years ago. In fact, one of the dolphin's closest living relatives on land is the hippopotamus. Here's one that surprises almost everyone: the assumption that there's really just one kind of dolphin, the sleek gray bottlenose we see in every aquarium and movie. In reality, there are around 40 different dolphin species, ranging from the orca, yes, the killer whale is technically the largest member of the dolphin family, to the nearly blind, pink-tinged river dolphins of the Amazon, to the tiny Maui's dolphin, one of the rarest marine mammals on Earth. Lumping them all into one image erases just how varied this family of animals actually is. Then there's that famous dolphin smile. It's plastered across aquarium posters and children's books, a permanently happy expression that makes them seem like they're always in a good mood. Here's the uncomfortable truth. That smile isn't an expression at all. It's simply the fixed shape of a dolphin's mouth and jaw. They physically cannot look anything other than happy, whether they're playing, hunting, or in genuine distress. Marine parks have faced real criticism over exactly this. Visitors assume a smiling dolphin is a content one, when the smile tells us nothing at all about how the animal actually feels underneath it. Let's talk about something even stranger, the myth that dolphins never sleep. For a long time, people assumed they simply didn't need rest the way we do, since stopping to sleep would mean forgetting to breathe. The reality is far more remarkable. Dolphins practice something called unihemispheric sleep. They shut down only one half of the brain at a time, keeping one eye open and swimming just enough to keep surfacing for air. Essentially, a dolphin is always half awake and half asleep, for its entire life, never once experiencing what we'd call a full, deep, whole brain rest. Now, a myth about their minds, that dolphins are essentially furless humans of the sea, thinking and feeling the world the way we do. It's a comforting idea, but it flattens something far more alien and fascinating. Dolphins navigate through echolocation, essentially seeing with sound, sending out clicks and reading the returning echoes to build a detailed mental map of everything around them, including what's hidden beneath sand or inside another animal's body. They also develop signature whistles that function almost like personal names, allowing individuals to call out to specific dolphins across long distances, sometimes even years after being separated. Their intelligence isn't a mirror of ours, it's a completely different kind of mind, built for an entirely different world. And finally, the myth that all dolphins are gentle by nature. Bottlenose dolphins, the species most of us picture, have been documented engaging in surprisingly aggressive behavior, including violent conflicts with rival pods and even fatal encounters with porpoises, for reasons researchers still debate. Males have been observed forming coalitions to isolate and pursue females, a level of social complexity and occasional brutality that has nothing to do with the storybook image. The guardian of the ocean reputation is real in some ways, but it exists alongside a far more complex, sometimes ruthless social world beneath that permanent smile. So, what does that leave us with? Not a mystical sea guardian with a grin fixed in place and a rescue instinct on call whenever we need one. Something better. A mammal that sleeps with half its brain still watching, that sees through sound instead of light, that built an entire language of names for each other in a world we can barely enter, and that lives in nearly 40 different forms across nearly every ocean on Earth. The real dolphin was never as simple as the smile suggested, and that's exactly what makes it worth understanding.